Hello, I am going to read a chapter of a book for you. So the book I chose is The Coral Island, which was written by Robert Michael Ballantyne. But before we read the book, let me give you a brief introduction about it. Robert Michael Ballantyne is a Scottish author famous for his books for young people. His books dealing with adventures of teenage boys in various parts of the world enjoyed a great vogue in the second half of 19th century and the first few decades of the 20th century. The Coral Island, probably Ballantyne's best known book, deals with adventures of three boys, Jack, Ralph and Peter King, who found themselves alone on an uninhabited island in the South Pacific. When the ship on which they were traveling was sunk in a storm, the three managed to survive and even enjoy their unusual life before they were eventually rescued. Chapter 1, Ralph Rover. In my family, we all loved the sea. My father was a sea captain and my mother often went with him on long voyages. My grandfather was a seaman too, and so was my great-grandfather. I myself was born with a great love of the sea. When I was 11, my father let me sail on my first voyage. I went as a cabin boy on a coasting vessel, and I loved it. I sailed up and down the coast for several years. I liked this roving life so much that my companions called me Ralph Rover. Ralph was my name while Rover was my nickname, and it suited me so well that I have always kept it. While I was roving from one port to another, I met many old sailors who told me wonderful tales of their adventures in distant lands. I listened to them, filled with wonder at the strange signet they had seen, the strange people they had met, and the terrible dangers that they had met. Most of all, I enjoyed their tales of the Coral Islands in the Pacific Ocean. So they told me, it was the summer all around and the trees always loaded with delicious fruit. The people there, they said, were wild, bloodthirsty savages, cannibals as well. Even this delighted me. By the time I was 15, I had made up my mind to visit these Coral Islands. My parents did not want me to sail so far away. Wait a year or two till you are older, my mother begged me. But I could not wait. At last, I was able to persuade my father to let me go. He put me in the charge of an old friend of his, the captain of the good ship Arrow. I went on board filled with joy. Hurrah! We were off for the Coral Islands. End of chapter 1. Thank you. Please like, comment and subscribe.